Alright, what's up, guys? I'm back and better than ever. I didn't post Friday to Sunday on any social media. Really took a break. I felt like if I kept posting, it would have been forced, if that makes sense. So I just decided to take a break so I wouldn't burn out. That's why I haven't posted in a couple of days. But I mean, the trading has been perfect. Okay, I think Friday we had a small L. I lost like 200 in my FFF accounts and then 140 or something on my Top Step accounts. So I didn't have like a nasty day or anything, but I just didn't post. I didn't feel like it, to be honest, and I didn't want to force posting. But anyways, today was just one of those days where like after you finish trading, you're like, damn, like I should have done this. If I did this, I could have done that. Oh, if I knew this, I would have done this. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And you have this regret or whatever, and you're like, damn, like blah 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 blah. But I just told myself to shut up and accept the small win, because small wins add up. You did the bare minimum. Now walk away and show up tomorrow. Okay? If you show up every single day in trading, one day you might get lucky. Trust me. But I'm gonna show you what I was kind of thinking here. The trade was beautiful. Okay, first of all, I mean, perfect entry, beautiful stop loss. Like, ugh, this trade kind of makes me upset just because shoulda, coulda, woulda. I could have gotten way more out of this, but my my take profit was actually something like this. Okay, but anyways, let me kind of run you through, what I was thinking. You guys already know. Let me show you one screen for now. My white lines are support and resistance on the 15-minute time frame. I look for areas where it's interesting, right? Like right here, we got this rejection. So I put a white line right below where the body's closed. Same right here, same here. You get the point. And then I go down from the 4-hour all the way to the 5-minute, looking for aggressive buying and selling, which is, supply and demand. That's what the gray zones are. And I'm going to specifically show you this big zone that we had here, which was the trade that I took. Okay, it was off of this big zone, and it's actually a 4-hour zone, okay, which is why I trusted this trade so much and why I love this trade. Okay, for some reason, I don't know why my thing does this, but it looks off on this side, and then on this other side, look like it's the same chart. Let me double check that is. Yeah, it's the same chart. So why does it do that? I don't know. But on the 4-hour, okay, then let me just show you this screen. Okay, see right here. I was looking at this 4-hour right here. Even though it didn't cause a big movement, at least on the 4-hour, like it doesn't look insane. I really like this zone because if you fast forward, you could see that we had tapped into this zone and we had a beautiful rejection off the 50%. So I felt really good about this zone, which was perfect because I took a trade off of it during the time that I normally trade. If you don't know the time that I normally trade, my first trade is always going to be after 9:45 or right at 9:45. Okay, I wait for the first 15-minute candle to close. If you're wondering why I wait for the first 15 minutes, it's just because I feel like the first 10 minutes of New York Open is just a bit crazy most of the time. And there's a lot of fake outs during that time. So I just wait, for that time to pass because it's a bit crazy. So I waited. And at first I was like, okay, period. Like we're rejecting the zone. We're probably going to go up from here. But then, if we look at this 5-minute chart over here, what I see is this rejection over here. Okay, let me start drawing. So, right, we tapped into the zone. We started rejecting it, which was really good. But what I didn't like for buying was, okay, let me try to show you. Okay, right here. Oh, jeez. Okay, 15-minute chart on the right side. We got this area right here that was, you see that, where we bounced off of this area. It was at some point support, and you already know once we have an area like a white line, it's either support or resistance. It's not just support, it's not just resistance. That's why sometimes I call these white lines just area of interest, because if a white line is okay, if there's an area of support like this, okay, let's say price is bouncing, if we break through and reject it like this, which we did right here, right? We were rejecting it, we broke through, retested that area, most likely it's going to keep going down. That was my thinking of it, right? And that's what I was looking at. I was like, okay, like, we're rejecting this area here, most likely, we're going to go down. And it makes sense for it to keep going down just because of everything that's been going on with Trump, with whatever. I mean, we've been going down for about 3 weeks now, or two, for a while, almost a month it feels like. But yeah. So after I saw this rejection, I was like, let me wait a little bit longer, because I mean, so far we've been going a bit up and down. Okay, so after this, it didn't close below liquidity. Trust me, I wanted to get in a sell immediately after it broke 50%. Sorry, but I wanted to see at least this 5-minute close below liquidity at first. Boom, it didn't close oh my gosh, it didn't close above. Yo, what am I doing? Okay, I'm stuttering here. Okay, this first 5-minute candle, it didn't close below 50% or below liquidity. So at that time, I didn't want to get in a sell because I thought this might be a liquidity sweep. So I was like, all right, let me wait. I waited for this 5-minute candle, which was a nasty fake out. If I would have gotten in a sell immediately, I for sure would have gotten stopped out, But I waited, and it had a nasty spike up 250 ticks, which I know most likely I would have gotten stopped out. Okay, but now that I saw this market kind of chopping, you see these wicks, it hasn't really chosen its direction. I told myself to size down, so I sized down to 3 micros. Okay, so the trade that I took was only 3 micros, and I risked 250. Okay, but anyways, boom, after this 5-minute candle close, I was like, okay, if we break this 50% here plus this wick, I'm getting in a sell, because what I was looking at was, I mean, basically the same thing that we saw here, right? It's an area of interest that we've bounced off of. We broke through, and then we were rejecting it right there. So basically the same thing that happened right here. But anyways, boom, I got in a sell, that was why, and then my stop loss was top tier. Like, yo, if I held this trade, I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Ugh. It pisses me off because it's like, I was so confident in this trade, yet for some reason I didn't let it play out like I wanted to. What happened was, let me tell you what happened. It went down, boom, beautifully. And I was like, okay, period. Like, my TP about to be right down here to the next zone, which should have been plus $1,000. Okay, this is a perfect risk to reward ratio. It was top tier trade. But what happened was, after, we were kind of struggling at this zone here, I broke even, which was perfect. This is exactly where my entry was. I broke even, and then we're kind of still moving funny. So I was like, okay, let me lock in some money here because I don't like how it's moving. So eventually I locked in $200, which was which was probably around here. And then I was like, guys, like, because I live trade, and I was like, bro, like, I know this shit is going to keep going down, but I don't want to keep trading because it's chopping up, and I always think that, I always try to remind myself, if it wasn't for the money, like, would I actually keep trading in this type of market? And I said no, because, I mean, look at the wicks, we all know on a good day with Nasdaq, it goes straight down. And even though it did go straight down, like it took a while, and I'm not used to really holding a trade for that long. I'm used to getting in and out, right? Like that's what I like. I like catching the move pretty fast. That's what I'm into. That's what I like. And it happens often in Nasdaq. It just didn't happen today. Of course, I could have just put this at break even and let it play out, but I didn't. I can't go back in time and change things. What I can do is to make sure that next time, I just break even. Okay. But I understand why I locked in money, because market was moving funny. I understand why I did the things that I did. I didn't just do it because of the money. I also did it because price wasn't moving the best. But it's definitely a little, I don't want to say frustrating because it's not like I'm so stressed about it, but it's definitely, it sucks, but trying to look at the positive side, which is that, the strategy works, the system works, and period. Like I called it out. I knew it was gonna go down. I just didn't execute it as well. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay, just learn from your mistakes. Don't be so rough on yourself because then it gets to your head a little too much. But with that being said, if you want to live trade with me, if you want one-on-one calls with me, whenever you want, link below, you already know. I still have that 50% running just because why not? It's not like I need the mentorship money or whatever, like I don't need the school money. I'm really focused on just, my own trading, focusing on making as much money as with trading. And it's funny because, and again, I don't want to brag. This is not why I'm saying all of this, but this month I'm on track to having my biggest trading month yet. I'm on track to making 35K this month. And I'm saying that confidently because it's only March 10th. I've gotten a 7K payout. I only need to make a couple more. I only need to make basically 2,000 in each Top Up account to request 10K. And then I only need a couple of more days to get a 15K payout from my FFF accounts. So it's like, if I literally just take my time this whole month, not rush anything, I can easily make 15K, or sorry, 35K this month with, with all prop from payouts. And it's like, I'm making the most amount of money, spending the least amount of time on the charts. Today I only spent, I'm telling you, less than an hour actually trading. Yeah, I know I'm still going to make the most amount of money because of that. Spend less time on the charts if you already know what you need to do. Like, and I'm talking to the traders that have gotten funded before, have gotten a little payout before. Like, you know what you're doing, right? You just, like, you're at the point where you know how to make the money in trading. You just need to learn how to keep that money. And the way you do that is just by filtering out the bad stuff, which I'm telling you is doing less. Okay, spend less time at the charts and spend more time on the quality of your trades. Okay, be like a little sniper. 1 to 2 trades and that's it. Be patient for your setup and you'll slowly get to that point. Okay? But yeah, if you're at that point where you already know what you're doing, I'm telling you, take a deep breath, take it slow, and spend the least amount of those charts that you can. Okay, like right after this, I'm closing my charts out and I'm doing something else. I'm not spending extra time on the charts if I don't need to. Okay, but I hope this video helps someone. And I love you guys. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which honestly is just a dream come true. I'm very thankful for that. Very thankful for all the love and support that I get from everyone. So with that being said, thank you for watching.